Hey guys, Coldbrew here. Welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. It's been one day and a couple of hours since the release of Hydra, and we already have some teams forming up from the community, mostly by using Shamael. So Shamael is proven like the MVP of this encounter. This epic champion is unlike Maneater, because Maneater made possible the unkillable teams for the normal Demon Lord clan boss, as it's called. Shamael is not like that. Shamael is pretty much a necessity in the teams that are forming up throughout the many teams that I'm watching through Twitch, YouTube. Everybody's building teams. Basically, Shamael plus 5. So it's the clan boss team plus Shamael. So that's the 6 members. You have to have Shamael in your team because of what he does with the fear and the true fear that he cleanses. Plus, he gives the Terminator to the ally on the leader slot. I've been playing around a little bit. I'll show you guys the teams that I've been trying out and the ideas behind using Shamael with some interesting comps out there. Before we get on to that, guys, there have been some news about the Hydra release timeline. So there's going to be different phases regardless of the patch that are coming in throughout the following year. So Raid has said, Plarium has said that within the following year, the emphasis will be on PvP. Okay, so Hydra is obviously not PvP, so they're going to be releasing parts of the updates to the Hydra through different patches. So we're gonna have the normal PvP patches, but we're also gonna have the Hydra release patches regardless of what other things are coming into Raid. So we're currently in phase 1, 6 heads, 4 difficulty levels. You can't see it because I'm right in front of the picture, but it's the one that we have right now. And then in phase 2, there are gonna be some UX improvements, so how it all looks. Hydra clan quest, I don't know about that. The Hydra clan quest, I don't know how difficult that's gonna be. Phase 3, 1 new Hydra head, 1 new difficulty level with improved rewards. So maybe Ultra Nightmare. They didn't say anything about an easy version of this boss, but they did say that the Hydra is a end game part of Raid. So I don't think they'll ever come with an easy version of the Hydra, unfortunately. So the normal version is what we have at the moment for everybody that's struggling. They're gonna be there stuck for a while now. On my free to play, I managed to 2-key the final chest for the Hydra boss, so at least I've got that going. So phase 4 global and clan leaderboard, that's gonna be cool, but it looks like it's way far ahead in the timeline. I would have preferred if this was around phase 2 or phase 3, somewhere in there instead of in phase 4, because phase 4 might mean the summer, and that might be a bit too far ahead. And plus some avatar rewards depending on what you do within the Hydra. Then for phase 5, 1 new Hydra head and then 1 new difficulty level with improved rewards. Is that gonna be like Ultra Nightmare? What's it gonna be called? I don't know. We never had anything above Ultra Nightmare in the game. We don't even have Ultra Nightmare campaign. That would be nice. Anyway, this is the Hydra release timeline, but the king of everything at the moment is Shamael. Shamael is proven that if you don't have him, you cannot go for those high damage teams. There are alternatives, so using more cleansers. I've used Doom Priest in one of the teams that I was trying out to get about 6 million onto normal. I managed to do 6 or 7. I think it was a 1 key for sure with budget champions, but I didn't post a video on it. I just responded in the comments of my previous budget Hydra video, just saying use Doom Priest instead. You can still get something close to a 1 key there. Very solid cleanser. Obviously, if you've got better heroes, you can use them instead. I think, what's her name? Let me see. Is she a barbarian? Yeah, Tuhanarak is a great cleanser as well, but obviously much harder to get since it's a Voyage legendary. Anyway, let me guys show you some of the teams that I've been thinking through today, since I've been reading about what everybody is doing in the clan boss and in the Hydra boss and how they're finding it today. So the way that this works, if you go to the clan boss, I still haven't registered my keys. I'm still playing through with many champions. So the way that this works, if you go in there with the Shamael, this is going to be all about Shamael. Unfortunately, guys, if you don't have him, if you do, keep on watching because this is interesting. So the way that Shamael works is that he boosts the leader slot only. Unfortunately, it's not very clear why this is going on, because it does say that he will be cleansing the fear or true fear from the ally that receives it and instantly fill the ally's Terminator by 15%. So this doesn't happen. on a single ally. So I think this is bugged, and this might not be something that was intended, but this is how it's working at the moment. So if you see here, I'm running 2 astroliths. I was trying something funny. So the way that this works currently is only the leader receives 6 versions of that 15% thermometer boost. So you can actually get an infinite rotation, possibly, if you manage to hit the head of Torment all the time and keep on getting that 15% boost times 6, plus if the champion has a thermometer boost on their own, on their default skill, which Astrolith has. There's several other champions that have about a 15%, 20% thermometer boost. There's many out there. The bad thing about Astrolith is that she's weak affinity versus the magic head. Plus the magic head, there's a possibility that it gets that buff that all hits are weak. So if there's a condition that if you need to do a critical to get that thermometer, then it won't work when you either do a weak hit or there's that buff on that head that just makes you do weak hits all the time. So let's go in there and just have a look at this team that I was theorizing with. It's just 2 Astrolith when they're at 100% crit, and they do crit, they boost the whole team's thermometer by 15%. You actually see it there on their thermometer bars on how this is filled. So if I hit here with an A1, the boss here immediately boosts, keep on boosting the Astrolith right there in the middle. Instead of boosting everybody's thermometer by 15% that receives the debuff, it only boosts the leader slot, which I think this will be changed, will be corrected, because the idea is that everybody receives the True Fear, so everybody should be boosted by 15%. That's more reasonable and more what I think they'll be changing it. Unfortunately, this is not me calling for a nerf to Shamael, but I think this is a bug, because I think the way that it's currently working is that the boss, the Torment boss right here, just keeps on placing that True Fear on the leader slot. It goes away and then tries again, it goes away, it tries again, it goes away for 6 times because there's 6 members in your team. I think that's how it's working at the moment, which is bugged. It's obviously bugged. Instead of just placing them immediately on everybody and then each member gets 15%. So that's how it works. So if Astrolith goes in there and does a crit down, we'll see the thermometer boost, especially here. It's much more obvious on Bad Alcazar. So if we get a crit here, we'll see this. There it is. You see the thermometer boost on everybody, because although the skill says differently, it does boost everybody's thermometer. The skill description for Astrolith is a little bit confusing, to be honest. So if you look at it, it says attacks when enemy feels the thermometer of a random ally by 15%, feels the thermometer of all allies by a further 15% if this attack is critical. So it's a little bit confusing if it's 15% on one ally, then another 15% on everybody. But it is a 15% to everybody, just 15%. So that's it, which is pretty solid, actually. 15% boost to everybody on the single target skill. But as I said, if we get a weak hit, basically this breaks and it breaks the combo. So we're still on turn count 0. And if I go there for a hit, I actually have the affinity breaker set on her. She's level 50 also. So we see I'm still on turn count 0, still going. And look at that. Look at that. Let's just go again with the other Astrolith this time. We got a weak hit there, unfortunately, which kind of breaks the big rotation that I was trying. Also, another thing that breaks this is when the Torment head dies, you cannot do this infinity combo. So your team will start to break. And that's why I've got Bad Alcazar in there. So my team in there, the idea behind this team is that Balcazar applies the healing on my team. I don't have resistance. So the head of Mischief here steals the healing and then spreads it to the other heads. So it heals them and keeps them healthy. And basically, I don't kill them. That's the idea behind it. So we got another weak hit, which is the bad thing about it. Another important mastery for this specific kind of broken strategy, which is going on at the moment, is having Deterrence, that defense mastery, which actually gives you a 20% chance to counterattack when somebody receives a True Fear debuff, which is insane. So if the more allies have it, the better it is, obviously, for your damage. If you got allies with an A1 that's an AoE, that's fantastic. So Yannicka is one of those allies. She doesn't strictly have it. She's got this this A1, which she needs a veil buff in order for her to do an AoE. If not, she does a single target. So first she needs to crit, okay, to get an extra turn and also get the perfect veil. So I'm gonna hit any of the other heads in order to crit because I'm at 100%. I get the perfect veil for 3 turns, and then I go in there with the AoE and also apply a leech, which helps with my healing. So it helps with healing my allies because well, they're running low when we get a hit eventually, because we're at turn count 0 still with a 1.2 million damage. And this is the team that I'm trying. This is obviously nothing that is perfect. It's obviously gonna break once the once either of the heads starts just going, and if the torment head dies also. But we're still going, and it's cool, right? It's cool, but it's nothing great yet. This is the hard version of the Hydra boss, so it's gonna be hitting much harder than the normal version. But wait, did she not crit now? Did she do a normal hit? Is she not at 100%? Did I do something wrong? I don't know. But okay, see, we're gonna hit again with the A1. I could have done the healing over time with Battle Khazar there. I'm still doing this. Maybe I should have done the healing over time, but look at that. We're at 2 million. We're still going. It's quite cool that this is happening. So here we failed, and the boss of mischief goes. The cleanses are coming in. Everybody's taking a turn. Look at how strong they are actually, and that's why I wanted Yannicka for that leech, because many of my members have an AoE attack on their A1, and that's gonna help a ton with healing basically, plus the Battle Khazar. So wow, I didn't get her to 100%. Maybe I removed some gear and I forgot, because I was moving gear all day. Since the Hydra released, I spent about 100 million silver just moving gear and testing out stuff. It's fun, but it's definitely costly if you don't have the silver saved up. So this boss is obviously gonna die. I've seen something on Boomer's stream that he was trying to build a team, or he saw a team that he was trying to copy. I don't know the details. That of a reverse unkillable team, basically make the heads unkillable and then do this infinite rotation of turn meter and get crazy amounts of damage going on. I think that that's something that's going to change obviously when this mechanic changes and the turn meter boost from Shamael also changes. So it's not going to be something that's going to be here forever. So it's either build these teams temporarily and then think about it in the future when that change comes, or start building a team from now without really needing Shamael and this infinite kind of rotation that is going on with the turn meter boosters. Anyway, this is the team. Obviously this is not gonna go that well. I'm still working on it as a fun thing. We still have like 5 days for the Hydra to close in my damage. I'll probably close in something on normal and then work on hard, and hopefully if we beat it down, we'll then go on into brutal with my clan here especially. So Hydra has been definitely interesting for day one. Other heroes that I've been considering with this kind of fun combo are heroes that have something special with their A1, and let me show you the heroes that I was thinking. Okay, let's go down the list. There's one epic hero here, Golden Reaper. So I was thinking of using Golden Reaper in a kind of setup where she goes there on the leader slot with this infinite rotation, and her A1 actually has a chance to decrease the cooldown of one random ally skills by 1 turn. This looks pretty broken. If everybody's using their A1s, I'm not sure if the randomness will pick the ally that has actually used their skills at all. So you can even go maybe Infinity Shields with this one if you have a Brogni in there and have Golden Reaper, just decreasing the cooldowns of Brogni's, both his shield boosting skill, but also his normal shield, because maybe your allies get something stolen, you want to replenish that. Maybe that can happen. I don't know. I'm still working on it. I'm looking at Golden Reaper, looking at heroes where their A1 does something different than everything else. There's obviously many heroes in the game, many champions that we all know, but we never looked at them in this way. And then with the release of Hydra and this unique mechanic that was unlocked with Shamael and the turn meter boost on the leader, everybody's thinking of ways, and it's a ton of fun thinking about it and seeing what everybody can come up with. Well, this was the video, guys. If you've seen a better team out there that does great amount of damage, just share it down below. I'll see it. Maybe something else comes to my mind relating to that and we can make a fun video. Thank you guys for watching. What do you think of Hydra so far? Do you find it that it's something special? Do you find it that it's too time consuming? I understand it that it's time consuming, but I think because of the 1 week that we have to actually do this, it's a good way for people who actually don't have time to do this only during the weekend, where they will have that 1 hour, 2 hours to actually put in their effort, their actual effort with their champions that they have to do some good damage. And they also said, Raid also said that they are planning to improve the way that the AI works for the Hydra, so that possibly they can have a full auto kind of team. So maybe that's gonna be the future, but for now, this is what we have, guys. It's only day 1. Don't get too discouraged and don't worry too much about it. Everybody will eventually get the legendary hero from the Hydra. I mean, even if you just finish normal, only normal every day, you'll eventually get the hero, because you'll be getting 1 to 2 fragments every day. So that's not that bad. It's obviously you're not gonna compete with the people in Platinum who are gonna be planning to be finishing Nightmare, Brutal, and Hard every single week. So they get the maximum of 2 to 3 times 2, and then 3 to 4 times 2, and then Nightmare. How much is this? 4 to 6 times 2, which is gonna be insane. They will be unlocking the hero very, very quickly compared to people who only unlock it on normal. But the competition is only there for if you're doing PvP. There's no other competition in PvE situations at the moment. There's maybe the clan leaderboards do something and give us some rewards, but they didn't do this for CVC like the leaderboards. They do it between the clans, so it's totally different. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.